Have you ever experienced a feeling of sadness or unpleasant surprise when your friends went to a party, you saw their post on their socials, and asked yourself, why I have not been invited? Are they trying to tell me something this way? I bet you have, but if not, man, I want to live your life, you lucky bastard. To all other unlucky human beings like me, this is a psychological trick called FOMO, or in other words, fear of missing out. I bet you have already seen many videos discussing the topic of FOMO. If not, you are on the right place, my guy. If you have seen some videos or know what FOMO is, you can skip to the parts where I'm directly speaking about FOMO in other video games and break my watch time. Thanks. As mentioned, FOMO stands for fear of missing out. This fear is taking place in our life whether you agree or not. The most often is FOMO used on social media. For example, on Instagram, you can see the red circle around someone's profile picture and you just click on it. Then you'll see some highlight of their life and you may feel sad because your life looks really bad if you compare it with theirs. You may not feel this way, and if not, that's great. But if you do, don't worry, it's happening to all of us. This is one scenario, but imagine the other one. You will not click on that button. What are your feelings now? Do you feel that you may be missing something? What if they posted something really interesting or fun and you will miss it? What if? I think you get the picture. This is exactly FOMO in action. You fear that you are missing something even if it's not important. Now, if you have basic understanding of what FOMO is, let me tell you how video game developers put it into games we love. When I was studying about FOMO and found out it is widely used psychological technique by many game developers, I asked myself, why do they need to put it in their games? There are multiple answers to this question. First reason is that game developers want to keep players playing their game for a longer time. This mostly applies to multiplayer games because, as the saying goes, multiplayer game is designed for many people. If no one plays the game, it will be dead. So many game developers need to have players that are playing their game. The great example of this is Fortnite. I think the Epic Games managed to master the use of FOMO in their games. If you don't believe me, just look at the recent Fortnite OG. When they launched it, many, and I'm saying many players, downloaded Fortnite to play it because it is time limited and they want to experience the nostalgia of the known map, guns, etc. If they don't play it, they may not be sad or anything like this, but why wouldn't they try it? It will not be here forever, and everyone is playing it right now. There are plenty of videos on social media that speak about Fortnite OG, and they don't want to be left out and try it themselves. To be completely honest, I have also tried Fortnite OG, and what is more, I have also bought an OG pass, and I do not regret doing any of these things. This brings me to the second reason why game developers use FOMO. It is an excellent method for generating revenue. Imagine, you put some limited stuff in the item shop filled with cosmetics available for only some time, and after this time, you will not be able to get it anywhere. The perfect example is the OG pass, which I have previously mentioned. It meets all the requirements, it is time limited, you need to play a lot to finish it, it offers cosmetics that won't be obtainable after it will disappear, and so on. However, it's not only Epic Games who uses FOMO. I believe every single company involved in video game industry uses it. But there is one company that stands out of the crowd. It is infamously famous Electronic Arts, or EA. I bet everyone has heard about this company at least once, whether in their trials or pay-to-win mechanics. They don't use FOMO in a good way, in my opinion. Their most famous usage is via loot boxes, crates containing various items that players can purchase with real money. These crates are time limited and there is no guarantee you will receive the item you want. It sounds familiar, doesn't it? It's almost like gambling, only through game. Some countries even have taken legal actions against EA for this practice. I think I've told you enough about FOMO, but I still didn't mention the one crucial aspect. How to counter this psychological trick? I don't think it is possible to entirely eliminate FOMO from our lives, but I don't believe FOMO is every time bad. For example, You would like to go somewhere, but you don't feel like going there. Then, fear of missing out hits you, you realize what you could possibly miss, and go there and end up having an excellent experience. While FOMO can be beneficial at times, it's not always favorable. Let's discuss how to counter unwanted FOMO. In my case, awareness of what FOMO is and being able to identify it in games I enjoy played a crucial role in combating it. This leads me to another point. Determine your priorities. Ask yourself, is it really necessary to have that one particular skin in my inventory? Do I really need to spend many hours grinding to get it? If you start to think rationally and without emotions, you will be able to make more good decisions because FOMO is based on fear, which is a powerful emotion. I understand it can be hard to think rationally when you see some new skin in the game that you've always wanted. When this occurs to you, just shut down the game and take a break from it. This is because after some time, emotions will lose their power and you won't be controlled by them, leading to better decision making. This exactly happened to me a week ago. I saw that I was able to get cars in Rocket League for a really reasonable price. My emotions kicked in and I started to look for them on Discord. But then I needed to go to the restroom. This short break gave me the time I needed to regain rational thinking and I realized it was not worth it. Now, I don't want to say that you should not buy anything in the game store. No, if you really want something, go ahead and buy it, no problem. Just be aware of FOMO and consider the purchase before you make it. Like I said earlier in the video, I don't think FOMO must be every time bad thing to happen in our lives. I believe it is a natural thing, but it won't hurt to know how it can be used against us. Realize it, and if it's too emotional or it crosses our boundaries, learn how to resist it. I hope you've enjoyed my video. That's all from me today. I am GameNalist. Thanks for watching.